Hi, everybody. Welcome to our Curse Call Tarot. This is Melody, and this is that Akashic reading that I promised you guys last week that I never mustered up the energy to give you. I just want to apologize for the last Akashic Tarot reading that I tried to put out. I did not realize that it did not, the video only took 5 minutes of it. I'm sorry for that. I figured that I would try it again today because I actually have time to do so. So, what we're going to do is we're going to tap into some past life energy cards by Brian L. Weiss. Okay, they're past life energy oracle cards. This is the Akashic Tarot cards. We're going to use them. Those are by Sandra Ann Taylor and Sharon Ann Klingler. I'm sorry if I chopped that. Then we're going to move on to the Soul's Journey Lesson Cards by James Van Praagh. And then we're going to move into the Power of Surrender cards by Judith Orloff. And then we'll tap into some Life Purpose Oracle cards. And then I have, these are the Butterfly Oracle cards. They are for life changes. All right. So, as I was sitting here contemplating how I'm going to put this reading out, Spirit was telling me what cards to grab. So, we're going to, while I'm shuffling them up, I'm going to do a quick shuffle on each and every one of them. If you would like your own personal Akashic Tarot reading, you can contact me at acursecall@gmail.com or hit one of the links in the lower right-hand corner of my channel, which one takes you to my Facebook page, which you can book your own personal reading there. Yes, you can get a Akashic Tarot reading if you wish, or we can do a regular reading and add some Akashic Tarot messages in if you'd like to know where you're at on your soul's journey. Okay. And then there's another link there that'll take you to my Patreon page where, again, you can book your own private reading, or you could subscribe monthly as a patron and get a more personal reading. I do monthlies, weeklies, and bi-weeklies on there. I haven't posted it yet because I don't have no patrons, but as soon as I do, I will be surely be posting videos. Okay. But either or, if you want to subscribe as a monthly patron, you can, or just book a private reading. That's up to you, whatever you are intuitively guided to do. You can also, there's also tiers on there for questions. If you have a question that you'd like to have answered, I can pull, I'll do a 3-card question answer, or answer to your question. Okay. So, as soon as I shuffle up these Butterfly Oracle cards, we're going to get started with this reading. They just told me to pull off the top of the decks. So I'm going to do what they say. All right. So the first message, we're going to tap into your past life energy and see what's going on. What in your past life have you brought forward into this life, and what does it have to do with the journey that you're on? Then we'll tap into the lesson that you have to learn while you're on this while you're in this incarnation here on earth. The lesson, what you need to surrender to step into your life's purpose, and then the change that you will that this will bring when it comes to it. That's why they wanted all these cards out. All right, so let's get started. We got spouse. So something from your past life when it comes to a spouse. Perhaps you were married in a past life. Perhaps we are going to read, because I feel that there could be a specific message when it comes to this. Okay. You drew this card because your question relates to a marriage relationship in this life or a previous one. Perhaps your current spouse is someone with whom you shared a romance or relationship before. If you're single at present, your future spouse is likely from your past lifetime. In some cases, lovers reunite across centuries and share an undying bond of true love. This is what is usually referred to as a soulmate. So, drawing this card can signify that the person you're inquiring about is, in fact, that individual. Okay? So, what we're going to do is pull one off the bottom and two off the top for this message. And we'll do that with every message that comes across. All right. So the underlining, the Queen of Roses. All right. Look how beautiful that is. All right. So, and I see the Queen of Roses is looking, she's facing towards the spouse card. All right. So, right off the bat, I'm getting that perhaps this is you in your feminine energy. It doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman, you still can be in a feminine energy. I'm seeing lots of red. I'm seeing lots of roses. So I see roses as a passionate flower. They show love. They show compassion. They show passion in general. When you love somebody, you tend to buy red roses. All right. So let's pull, and this is off the bottom of the deck. So we're going to read this. Okay. This card shows a beautiful woman with roses in her hair and all around her. A beautiful scene expands outside, but she is peacefully focusing on the flower in her hand. The Queen of Roses signifies a woman who is loving and supportive, but with a passionate side as well. This is a card of a loving connection. A relationship with someone you know may deepen and become more meaningful, or someone new may appear. Be open to the connection. It may be a romantic one, or it might be that a friend, family member, or a coworker is going to be helpful and valuable to you in some way. The Queen of Roses can represent you or a woman in your life stepping into the role of wife or mother at this time. It's a time of loving energy to be voiced. This card upright sometimes shows a happy resolution to a difficulty with family, friend, or a love relationship. The time for peaceful, loving connections is at hand, so open your heart to the expression of caring within and around you. So what I do find kind of funny is in a past life, you guys were married. You were in a soulmate relationship with this Queen of Roses. Um, or if this is you, the person watching this video, you were in a past life relationship with a soulmate. Perhaps they are coming back into your life in um, this lifetime, in this incarnation. Okay, you guys were meant to come back together in this incarnation. All right, so we're going to move on to the next card, and it's the Ark of the Covenant. Okay, so I did pick it up this way, so we're going to leave it reversed because I feel that it could be significant. All right, so it's number 11. So 11s are about their master numbers, and they are about things manifesting. All right. So the Ark of the Covenant. This is the first time I've ever had a reversal in these cards since I've had them. Okay. If there are legal dealings at issue, this card reverse could show a broken contract or a failed legal transfer. Be cautious with professionals who care for your investments and other things you value at this time. Okay. While they may not be seeking to do you harm, they could be more neglectful than they should be. As significant as legal matters may seem, there is an even more important reference to you karmically. With this card reversed, the Ark of the Covenant is toppled and you have broken your contract with your higher self. Perhaps you've avoided your karmic work and put your higher purpose aside because you're too busy or it's too hard. Or you have knowingly chosen to be directed by your fears and emotional needs instead of what's best for you. In either event, it's time to wake up and renew your covenant, not just in word, but in deed. Your life will simply not work until you do. So, what I feel is there is a broken contract in this love soulmate relationship, is what I'm getting. Okay. So, whomever this soulmate is that you were married to in the past, I feel that there is a broken contract here in this lifetime. All right. And then we got number 14. It's called Initiation of the Count Saint Germain. Okay. And it's in the upright position. So let's move on and we will read this card. All right. Standing among the pillars within a beautiful temple, the Ascended Master, Count Saint Germain, sends his light and energy to the four-ribbed people who stand before him. It is time for their initiation. This card represents your initiation. It is much more than a change or even a transformation. It's nothing less than your movement into higher revelations of power, insight, and achievement. And the time is now. Some loss of lower vibration and relationships, jobs, or activities may be required in order to lift you up to the new heights and power that awaits you. Your initiation can be aided by meditation and study, as well as by connecting to the Ascended Masters with whom you have worked for centuries upon centuries. Know that you have shared purposes and activities and the Masters, even if you aren't certain of what they are yet. The disciplines you create now during your initiation and the work you do with the Masters will lift your service to the world and to all humankind. This is a time of enormous uplifting, first in your energy and evolution, then in your manifest outer reality. The power that you hold within will impact every part of your life. So, what I feel is, I feel that your ascended masters are helping to heal this broken contract from a past life soulmate connection. Because if you look on Saint Germain, he is sending healing powers out to I would say that there's three feminines and possibly, oh, that looks like all four feminines. All right. So I feel that this Saint Germain is sending healing power out to the feminine energy, which makes perfect sense because we got the Queen of Roses, we got the feminine energy already out. All right. So yes, perhaps there was a broken contract, but I feel that your ascended masters are around you healing this broken contract. I feel that they are um, I feel that it is the time is now. I feel is what they're telling you, because there is no time frame on this card. Okay, but I do feel that whatever caused this broken connection, this contract, this broken souls contract, I feel was because I feel that it was ego based. Okay, and I do feel that it was on a female side because we do have a queen energy, or perhaps if you're a man, this your feminine energy is what broke this contract. And I feel that this ascended master is around you healing that feminine energy, healing this contract so that you guys can come together, is what I feel. All right. So, what is the lesson that was learned in this incarnation? What is the soul's lesson that has to be learned in this incarnation when it comes to this connection? Judgment. So judgment is the lesson that these whomever is intuitively watching and resonates with this first message, the lesson you had to learn was judgment. I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges. So you had to learn a lesson when it comes to judgment. And I feel that that could be why this contract was broken. All right. So what do you need to surrender to step into your life's purpose and to change your life? Surrender to effortlessness. Stop pushing so hard. The art of living means going with the flow instead of trying to force the river. Okay. So I feel that, stop trying to force. And when I see a river, I think about emotions. Stop trying to force it. Just go with the flow and stop being pushy, is what I feel. All right. And I feel they're telling you the lesson that you had to learn was not to judge the reason for things not going the way that I guess that you were hoping that they would. All right. So, what is the life's purpose? Trust. Trust your feelings and dreams to guide you on your career path. Okay. So I feel that part of your life's purpose is to trust. Okay. Not judge and not be trying to push things in a way that is not for your greatest and highest good, is what I feel. All right. So I feel that they're telling you you have to learn to trust in your feelings and trust in the dreams that they are showing you to help guide you to your life's purpose on this in this incarnation, is what I feel. All right. And what's the change that this is going to bring about? You're going to have body changes. Okay. You're going to have body changes. So we're going to read and see what this means. Oh. This card guides you to focus on changes in your body so that you can influence in a healthy direction. It's time to take charge of your own health and remain optimistic. After all, the butterfly shows us the power of going through physical changes as they enter the chrysalis phase. You are undergoing a similar preparation stage, which will bring you blessings of new strength and insights. Whether your body changes are a result of aging process or your medical status or your lifestyle, this card reminds you that you have many options available. Give yourself permission to take positive and healthful actions, steps supporting of your physical well-being. Okay, so a new exercise program, changing your healthcare regimen, improving your diet, getting a makeover, whatever the case is, I feel that things are changing. Okay, I feel that this is an important message, and I feel that it'll help change. What you change on the inside will help change the outside. Perhaps how you uh, the soul's lesson, perhaps you're judging yourself, and because and in turn broke this contract. Okay, so I feel that spirit is telling you to stop judging yourself, stop comparing yourself to others. You are a unique human being. Okay, stop judging other people, stop judging yourself, surrender to the effortlessness of change. Trust in the changes that are being brought about, is what I feel. Okay, so I hope that somebody resonated with that message other than myself. Okay. All right. So let's move on to the next message and see what spirit wants to address. Okay. Authority figures is the next message. So perhaps in a past life, somebody was a judge, because that's what I see when I see the gavel. I see a judge. Okay. So somebody in a past life, whoever is going to resonate with this message, was an authority figure in a past life. All right. In your previous or current lifetimes, you followed the rules that were set down by authority figures such as parents or teachers. You may have also encountered intimidating or even cruel authority figures in the past. Perhaps you found yourself in the presence of those who were power hungry or abusive. These situations can lead you to fear authority figures and succumb to their will in the present. Okay. While it's normal to sometimes be intimidated by powerful individuals, feeling authority figures can lead to unhealthy passivity. For example, you may feel pressure to bow to another's rules without standing up for your rights, or you may develop conflict phobias in which you negate your own needs in order to avoid arguments and disharmony. In some cases, this can lead to a form of depression called learned helplessness, in which you don't even try to improve yourself. To heal this situation, fill yourself with self love and self esteem, and see yourself as a whole and healed. Oftentimes, just remembering past life details will lead to clearing and healing. Okay. So perhaps you were that authority figure who beat down somebody else's self esteem, or somebody did it to you, is what I feel. All right. So we're going to move on to the Akashic Tarot, one off the bottom, two off the top. Okay. So the one off the bottom is the Six of Keys. It's called In Crescent Moon. Okay. So as you can tell, there is a person who's working really hard at he's working really hard at creating this statue, okay, under this increscent moonlight. Okay. So I feel right off the bat that in this lifetime, you are working really hard at stepping out of this low self-esteem from somebody being uh like beating you down, and being an authority figure, being pushy, and um cornering you, I feel. All right. So we're going to read this because I feel there could be a specific message for somebody out there. Let's see, it's scrolls and keys. A man works diligently sculpting a bust in his workroom. Behind him is a large window that overlooks the rolling hills of a harbor city. The moon in the sky points left, growing to full. It's called the increscent moon. This waxing moon on the card shows an exciting time of increase, abundance, and growth. I feel it's definitely some kind of growth. Your efforts have combined with external circumstances, and even the stars have aligned. If things have been financially tight for you recently, relax. There is great opportunity for increase and fulfillment in every way. Financially, creative, and even in your reputation and prestige. So just do your work and get ready to receive. So what I feel is you've been working really hard at releasing um this negative energy from a past life that you've been trapped in, okay, is what I feel. All right, so let's move on to the next card. We got a number 10. It's called the Light of the World, okay. Right off the bat, I'm seeing this gentleman. I don't know if it's a hoodie or a halo up around his head, but it kind of looks like it's glowing a little bit. All right. So we are definitely going to read that because I've never seen this card before. Um, An old sage holds a glowing lantern and knocks on a door with no latch. A young man beside it inside is too distracted to answer the knock. Your divine being is trying to get your attention. All it takes is a moment of your awareness to open the door. Through your life, you may be busy, and the opportunity now presents itself for you to move into higher awareness. It's a great time to open your higher self in all its wisdom and powers. It is your soul, your eternal being, who approaches, but it's up to you and only you to open the door. You do that by taking real and regular action in knowing and feeling the wise and radiant being you are forever. Through meditation and study, you can own that enormous love, power, and vision. You can make every day sacred by going within. Once you do, You will know a radiant and greater power in every step and every word. You will be able to bring this magnificent force into the world, changing your life forever. So I feel that yes, you have been working hard at this, and now Spirit is telling you now is the time to answer your soul's calling, is what I feel. Okay? Because your soul is knocking at the door, your awareness is knocking at the door. So if you're not paying attention, you you need to go within and listen, because the time is now to answer that door. All right. So the last card is the Five of Forces, and it's in reverse. It is called Summer and Winter. Okay. So we will definitely read that because it's in reverse. Okay. Five of Forces. Wait a minute. Okay, when this card is reversed, the winter shows snow covered trees and a still landscape. It tells you that you are in a yin cycle, a time of receptivity, going inward, and taking stock. This phase may call for you to be less active in the world. However, it is a quiet energy that pays off later. This passive receptive state is a good time to meditate, to connect with spirit, and especially to make future plans. The winter cycle is often filled with inner activity mixed with peaceful retreat. Your external life may still require some sort of action. Be sure to undertake it with focus and inner peace. Remember to relax and regroup. Let yourself make plans for the beginning that are to come with the spring while yielding to the receptive energy of the time. All right. So, what I'm getting from this is you are in a receptive energy right now. Okay. Yes, you have, you've dealt with authority issues in your past life. You've been working hard in this lifetime. Now is the time to go within, open this door to receptivity, because it this is what spirit wants to address for whomever is resonating with the second message. Now is the time. You are receiving this knock. You're receiving this knock from your soul, and they are telling you to go within. You've worked hard to be where you're at right now in your soul's purpose, is what I feel. Now you are in a stage of receptivity. So your soul is knocking, so please answer the door, is what they just said. All right. So, what's the lesson that you had to learn on this journey? Abundance. Okay. So I am limitless being, and I can manifest whatever I desire in this physical reality. So I feel that you had to learn this lesson of that you are a limitless being, and what you think about, you can bring about, is what I feel. Okay. So that is your lesson for this incarnation. What do you need to release to step into your soul's power? You need to surrender to miracles. Be open to miracles occurring in your life. Feel and know that these events are real. Let go of any resistance and banish any doubt that miracles can happen. Absolutely. You need, your lesson is that you can manifest whatever you desire in the physical world. And what you need to surrender is to surrender that you can do this. Okay, surrender to the miracles of abundance. Be open to receptivity. Answer the door when your higher self is knocking. You've been working really, really hard in this incarnation to step out of that resistance, step out from underneath this authority issue that you've had from a past life. All right. So if you surrender to miracles, what's the changes that it'll bring you? It'll bring you new hobbies. Okay. I feel that this could be any kind of a hobby, anything that your soul desires. I feel, all right, is what I feel that will bring in your. Oh, wait a minute, we didn't pick a life's purpose card. Sorry. Let's pull a life's purpose card. So if you surrender, you're learning the lesson that you can manifest, and you surrender to miracles, your life's purpose, career change, So you're going to have a career change is what I feel. You're embarking upon a career that brings you joy and abundance you desire and deserve. Absolutely. There's another card of abundance. Okay. So I feel that if you the lesson that you needed to learn was that you can manifest whatever you desire. Okay. And I feel that it surrender to the miracle of let go of resistance, because answer that door is what they keep saying. Answer the damn door. Your soul, your higher self is knocking. Your soul is knocking. It's time. It's time for you to step into your life's purpose is what I feel. And another thing I'm seeing is it's time for your light to shine. I'm seeing this lighthouse and over these emotions. So I feel that they're telling you it's time for your light to shine. Answer the door because your soul is knocking. And you are very open and receptive to the abundance that spirit is trying to usher in. So surrender to the miracles that spirit is giving you, okay? You deserve the abundance that they are trying to usher in. And I feel that what's going to change is hobbies. I feel that you are going to, I feel that you are going to step into your spiritual path. It's going to be a career change, and it's going to be new hobbies. I feel you're going to look at it as a hobby, not actually a career, is what I feel. So whatever you are doing now as a hobby, I feel that you have the option to step into that hobby and make it a career. Okay. You've been working really, really hard at this. Whoever is resonating with the second message, you have been working really hard to step out from underneath that authority figure energy. You've been working really, really hard. And now your soul is knocking at your door. Your higher awareness is knocking at your door and telling you you are open, you are receptive to the abundance that they are trying to usher in. And this abundance is going to bring about a career change. And it's something you've been working really hard on in this incarnation. Okay. It's going to bring things that you desire as well as things that you deserve. Okay. And it's going to bring you joy and happiness is what I feel. All right. So let's move on to another message. Wisdom. Wisdom. I'm seeing a unicorn on there. All right. So wisdom for the past life. All right. So I feel that perhaps you've gained wisdom in this life when it comes to myths, mystical creatures. This card indicates that you have tremendous wisdom and knowledge from prior lifetimes that seek to resurface now. Even if you've never thought of yourself as a particularly wise, this card indicates that you learned important lessons and information that will serve you and others if it's reawakened now. This card can indicate that it's time for you to return to school or seek additional education of some sort. This may even be a sign that you're changing your career path. Your re-emerging knowledge is guiding you towards work that is more meaningful. This card asks you to believe in yourself and know that you have what it takes to tackle career related to your true interests and passions. So I feel that these messages are running together, okay? Because remember, this last message is your life's purpose is going to bring you about a career change, okay? And your soul, you have worked really hard, and now your soul in your higher self is knocking at the door. You are receptive to, and your lesson was you had to learn that you can manifest anything you desire into reality. You need to surrender to the miracles that you can do so, okay? And I feel that this has brought you great wisdom. All right, so one off the bottom, two off the top. All right. So the one off the bottom is a karmic trench, the Four of Scrolls. All right. So I feel with this karmic trench is, I feel that you've been digging yourself too deep. Okay. Been digging yourself too deep instead of just planting the seeds in the trenches that you've already made. In other words, planting them seeds that you've already dug for. Okay. You keep digging yourself deeper and deeper and deeper, is what I feel. All right. But we will read it. Four of Scrolls. In a field meant to be planted, a man, dirty from his efforts, stands knee-deep inside a long trench. The seeds wait to be planted, yet he continues to dig deeper and deeper. There are other rows plowed and ready for planting, but they are ignored. This card reveals a difficult pattern in your life, a pattern of self-defeating feelings, thoughts, and actions that you've brought forward from previous incarnation. You return to this life with the intention of breaking this karmic pattern, but you got pulled into the old thoughts and behaviors. You've been digging yourself deeper into a karmic trance that gets harder and harder to escape. This pattern is not unknown to you. You recognize it in your relationships, in your jobs. And that's where I feel this wisdom card comes in. I feel that you know it. You understand that, this is a karmic pattern and you keep digging yourself deeper and deeper and deeper. It's time to take charge of your karmic by altering the inner ideas, feelings, and patterns that cause you to make sabotaging choices. Every time you notice yourself making an old choice that digs you deeper into your karmic trench, you can change your mind and your actions. This will require your conscious effort to step up the way. Without such work, you could go lifetimes burying yourself in the same feelings. But with your commitment to making changes every day, you can dig yourself out. Okay. That's what I feel. You have the wisdom. You had it in a past life. You have the wisdom and the knowledge of what you are doing, is what I feel. You have the wisdom and the knowledge. You keep digging yourself in this karmic trench, but you also have the ability to change that, is what I feel. All right. Commitment. One of Roses. Okay. So I feel it may have something to do with a commitment in this lifetime. Now I'm seeing rose petals, pink and yellow. Okay. So I don't really feel that it has something to do with just love. It has something to do with everything, is what I feel. All right. So let's read One of Roses. Roses are scattered around a contract on a brightly lit desk. When this card appears upright, it means that a valuable union is at hand. A romantic commitment may be coming your way, or perhaps a love from your past life is returning to you. A business commitment may be forthcoming, such as the offer of a promotion or a new job, or the opportunity to form a partnership or create a new business venture. Okay. This card could also indicate the signing of other types of papers, including the sale or purchase of a house or the beginning of a new investment. Either way, this card is filled with light and it indicates that good results are in the offing. But you need to quit digging this karmic trench. You need to step out of that cycle, is what I feel. I feel that you have brought this wisdom from a past life through, and you understand, you have learned the lesson, this karmic lesson, I feel. And I feel that now it's time to sign that contract. And remember, the first message was there was a broken contract. Okay. And I feel that now this energy could turn around, but you just got to you need to step out of that karmic cycle, is what I felt. As with many cards, part of the meaning refers to you. It is a reminder to be conscious of your commitment to yourself. If you want others to put you first or to help bring happiness to your life, you must commit to do the same. Your self-honoring choices will set the groundwork for all your partnerships you thrive. Sorry about that. Making a drink here. All right, so let's move on to the next card. Waterfall, 6 of Forces. So I feel that one thing that they're telling you is water is energy. And I feel that you have what it takes. You have the energy. This commitment is going to bring about a force of energy that is just going to flow. Okay. That's one thing I'm getting from it. But we are going to read. A towering waterfall roars down into a beautiful body of water. In the upright position, this card reminds you of your incredible personal power and supports you in opening up to the force within. Know that you are a dynamo in the universe. You have the ability to shape any situation in a way that honors you and moves your life forward. Again, you've got the wisdom. You've got this great inner force to understand this karmic cycle and to step yourself out of it, is what I feel. The element of water is fluid, like the waterfall. Your personal energy never stops. Your life force is never ending. It springs from an eternal past and roars into your limitless future, extending into the farthest reaches of the universe. It is time of deep thought and even deeper emotions, as well as an expansion of psychic energy. Use this time to act on these and tap into the power that is ever flowing. Absolutely. You have an unlimited force of inner power to end this cycle. You have unlimited force of inner power and wisdom and knowledge to understand this karmic cycle that needs to end so that you can usher in this commitment. And I do feel it's a love commitment. Because I keep seeing the roses and and when I see roses, I think about love. All right. So we're going to move on to the lesson. What's the lesson that needed to be learned in this lifetime when it comes to this? Relationships. Absolutely. Didn't I just say that I feel it's a love commitment? So you had to learn this lesson about relationship. I'm attracted to those people who serve my highest good. So I feel that this karmic cycle has to do with relationships in your life. I feel that you had to learn this karmic lesson in this lifetime. You brought about the wisdom from your past life. You knew the knowledge from your past life. You gained this wisdom and knowledge from your past life when it comes to a karmic cycle. When it comes to relationships, is what I feel. I feel that you had to learn the difference between karmics, soulmates, twin flames, is what I feel. All right. I feel that that is the lesson that you had to learn. You had to learn this karmic lesson to learn to see the difference between people who are good for you and people who the people who do serve your highest good and the people who don't serve your highest good, is what I feel. So what needs to be surrendered in this lifetime to step into your life's purpose? Surrender your belief in scarcity. The universe is asking you to open the infinite nature of abundance. In this way, you can remove blocks in your life and succeed beyond your wildest dreams. And I feel what this block is, again, back to this karmic cycle. Okay. I feel that it's a karmic cycle that is keeps blocking your life, and I feel it has something to do with karmic relationships. The ones who are not good for you, they are lessons, karmic lessons. All right. So what is your life's purpose? How is this going to help you usher into your life's purpose? Healer. You have the spiritual gift of healing and a desire to share it with others. So I feel that you are going to step into a healing energy. I feel that your life purpose has something to do with a healing energy. And you are going to be able, once you recognize this karmic cycle and know that it has to end, and you step into your inner power, you are going to step into the spiritual gift of healing, and you're going to be able to share it with others, is what I feel. So how is this going to change your life? Welcome to the new. So it is going to be something new, and it's going to change your life in a dramatic way, is what I feel. It's going to, this healing energy is going to be a new step for you, for whomever is resonating with message number 3. Okay. All right. So let's move on. They're saying one more message and then we'll be good to go. All right. So let's put this back up here. All right. So last message, past life card, ships. Okay. So what I'm getting from this is, first of all, I'm getting the emotions. I'm getting the water energy. All right. So I feel that this ship could be coming in to bring about smoother waters, is what I feel. But we will read it because I feel there could be specific message out there for somebody when it comes to these ships. Your prior lifetime spent on ships bring this card to you today. As a former sailor, crew member, or ship passenger, you have you've had experiences at the sea that have exerted an influence on a situation you're inquiring about. You probably already have a sense of the type of life you had aboard these ships. The question now becomes how your experiences have affected your present life. Negative reactions such as fears or phobias, or positive reactions such as longings to travel or a special affinity for the ocean, all may have arisen in prior lifetimes. Okay. So there's many messages I'm getting from this. One, yes, you could very well have a phobia when it comes to ships, or like it said, perhaps you have this longing to travel on a ship or to go on the ocean and do this. All right. So let's pull one off the bottom and 2 off the top. All right. So the one off the bottom is reflection 19. Okay. So right off the bat, I feel that maybe this you have a phobia when it comes to this ship card. Okay. And I feel that in this lifetime you have to reflect upon it, because I'm looking, there's another boat on this card. Okay. So I feel that they are forcing the universe in this lifetime, you are forced to reflect upon this phobia. We are going to read a full moon shines brightly over a quiet lake as a small ship glides gently through the water. The glow of the ship's lantern is reflected on the lake surface along with the moonlight from above. Moonlight, sorry. This card can sometimes show a trip, particularly a trip over or by water. Okay, so that could be I like I said, I feel a phobia too, but I also feel that perhaps you have a longing to go on a trip by boat. This card can sometimes show a trip, particularly a trip over or by water. More important, it can reveal that you now have a direct line to your psychic gifts. You are also more aware of your emotions and more reflective about them. You recognize the difference between your intuitive voice, which is calm and assured, and your lower emotional compulsions, which are urgent and sometimes fear based. Let go, let yourself gain even greater clarity and control over your emotions now. This also would be a great time for you to take classes in meditation, psychic development, counseling, healing, and other psychological or spiritual arts. If you have such an interest, your yin side is wide open and your receptivity is high. Trust your inner voice and you will be guided to greatness. Now, what I find interesting is I find that these messages are all correlating together. Okay. We had a message earlier where somebody was in the winter card where you were in receptive mode. Your higher self is knocking. You are in receptive mode. And here we are back to that receptive energy. Okay. So in this lifetime, you are going to start taking classes. You are going to start tapping into your inner self, listening to your inner wisdom is what I feel. All right. Hilarion, number 5. So I do feel that you are being guided. Perhaps one of your gifts could be mediumship, because I'm seeing all the ghosts on this card. See all the ghosts in the background? Okay. So this Hilarion is an ascended master who has been guiding you to reflect upon your inner awareness is what I feel. And I feel that you have had this longing to take this trip and to learn these classes, take these classes. So we're going to read this. Seen here with spirit and the implements of study and scientific discovery. Hilarion is a powerful ascended master and a wonderful connection to the font of information that the Akashic records hold. He is a master of research, science, truth, healing, logical mind, concrete knowledge, and spirit communication. So if you've been thinking about pursuing an endeavor in these areas, now's the time to start. Like the angels and other masters, Hilarion is always available to you. Receiving this card upright is telling you that his assistance is close at hand. If you are working on a project that requires research, a strong academic approach and attention to detail is at full steam ahead. It's time to open to this master's energy. If you have a job that involves any type of evidence, detection, and drawing conclusions from that discovery. These types of jobs include scientific research, mediumship, forensic activity, the law, medical testing, and more. These and similar activities should be on the rise for you now. This is the time to bring a logical approach to all your pursuits. Hilarion is right there with you, blessing you and help clarity and direction. Remember, I said mediumship. All right. Up in the air, number 18. So I feel that you're about to soar in this journey. I feel that you are about to soar in your life's purpose is what I feel. All right. So we're going to read this one too. I feel it's cool that you got all major arcanas in this. So I really do feel that this is a spiritual, whoever is resonating with this last message is definitely on a spiritual journey in this lifetime. All right. So a man and a woman gaze with anticipation at a hot air balloon in a bright blue sky. The balloon flies high above the hills, and the contents of the balloon's baskets are hidden from view. During this time of life, there are aspects of important situations that seem hidden to you. You may feel a strong, almost urgent desire to know how it's going to turn out. You can connect with your spirit guides and the Akashic records and ask for a little insight. But there are elements that are unknown and at this time unknowable. Okay. So I feel that that's why they're telling you to reflect and study and perhaps go back to school to to gain some develop spiritual abilities that I feel that perhaps I'm feeling a strong mediumship coming here. I feel this Hilarion is around you, helping you to develop your mediumship or psychic abilities. And I feel that things are a little up in the air right now. You are curious on how things are going to turn out, even though they are a little unknown. There's too much about this situation that is still up in the air. This could be due to the influence of others who are undecided, or some events may not have yet come to pass, or unexpected discoveries are yet to be made. Trust this trust is the only way for you now. If you push too hard to know or to influence the outcome, you might push that outcome away. Let go of all urgency and give this situation to your higher infinite self, who would take care of it all. Time is required to know more about this matter. And time doesn't matter to your eternal self, whose power and love are always with you. For now, and indeed forever, what else do you need? Nothing but trust, the deepest knowing that all you seek will be revealed to you in the right time. Okay? So things may be a little up in the air about what the future holds, okay? But they're telling you to be patient because everything will come when the time is right. So they are asking you to reflect and develop your intuitive abilities, your psychic abilities, your mediumship abilities. Talk to your ascended masters, and don't worry about what the outcome of this situation is, because it's all up in the air right now until you develop your abilities, is what I feel. All right. So what's the lesson that you had to learn on this journey? Imagination. Okay. You had to learn to use your imagination. I embrace and nourish the creative aspect of my mind. Okay. So that's why things are still up in the air, because I feel you have to still learn how to um, nourish and create your mind. Use your imagination, tap into that imagination energy. I feel that that's why they're telling you to reflect in your imagination, reflect in your developing abilities, reflect and ask Hilarion to help you. And I feel that that's why things are a bit up in the air for you. Okay. All right, so let's move on. What needs to be surrendered in this lifetime to usher in your life's purpose? Surrender defensiveness, okay? Defensiveness is a sign of weakness. To communicate in a more empowered way, stay centered and hear someone out, then offer a clear, non defensive response, right? So surrender to the defensive energy and tap into your imagination. Perhaps that's why things are still up in the air about an outcome of a situation. All right. So let's move on to what is your life's purpose and how it will change you. Spiritual teacher, you heal with your classes, sessions, and seminars. Okay. So I feel that you are meant to be a spiritual teacher. And look, there's all kinds of symbols on here. Um, I think this is the energy. We got the yin and the yang. We got the Merkaba. We got the cross, if that's their thing. I mean, there's all different symbols on there that you're either going to teach or learn. And I feel that you are going to heal. You are going to heal a lot of people. You are going to guide a lot of people. You're going to teach a lot of people in seminars and sessions. Perhaps that's why things are up in the air, because you really need to surrender this defensiveness. Reflect on your abilities, reflect on all the skills that you really have. All right. So, let's move on. What life changes is this going to bring you? Graceful aging. So I feel that you will age. I don't feel that you're going to get old. What I feel is you are going to gracefully learn and have knowledge. I feel it's going to be, that's why things are still up in the air, because things have to move at a divine pace, not a human pace, a divine pace. You're going to because when I see aging, I see wisdom. Okay. So I feel that you are going to gracefully gain wisdom and be able to step into your spiritual teacher life's purpose is what I feel for this last message. All right. Well, I hope this resonated with somebody other than myself. If you'd like your own personal reading, the details are in the description box below. Thank you, and blessed be from the Crow's Priestess.